right. Hi, everyone. I am Violet Dayal. I'm the founder of Femcity. It's so nice to meet you all. I'm going today to walk through the website to share with you ways that you can find resources with your Femcity membership. And I'm also going to share with you my favorite ways to get started. I know that we do have quite a bit of a lot of membership benefits, and it can be overwhelming at times. We've been around for 15 years. We're celebrating 15 years this March. And so many of our members have been with us during that time. So for them, it's a little bit easier, right? Because we generally launch a couple of new benefits every year. But for those that are new, I understand it can be overwhelming. So I'm going to share with you the ways that I would start, and we'll have some time for Q&A as well. If you have a question and you don't want to ask it publicly, you can direct it to me through the private chat. However, don't do so when I'm sharing my screen because everyone will be able to see your questions. So just wait until I'm not sharing the screen, and then you can ask it there privately. I always want to make sure that you feel comfortable in asking whatever questions that you have. So let's go ahead and share my screen. And I'm a visual person, so I like to share the screen. I like to see things. I need to see it. I can't just hear. I need to see it. I also have next Tuesday is the Get to Know Femcity. So if you have more questions, feel free to join me next Tuesday as well. I have a presentation for that, so we can kind of walk through the history of Femcity and some other details, but that's also a great place to ask questions. Let's say today after I do this, you're like, oh my gosh, I should have asked all these questions. You can always ask me next Tuesday as well. All right, so I'm at the Femcity website. I'm sure you've seen it before. One thing you want to make sure of is that you are logged in. So the login is down here at the bottom, and you'll know that you are logged in because it'll say your account details. If it doesn't say your account details, it'll say login. So that's how you know. But in order to access your membership benefits, you'll have to be logged in. So when you log in, you can see all the different memberships or membership that you have. You can also upgrade or downgrade your membership here, which I should probably change the copy so it says, oops, upgrade and downgrade. You can also cancel your membership, though I hope you don't, but if you need to, it's right here. It's very easy to do. Just click that button. If you need to update your credit cards, I know sometimes people have problems with credit cards, they expire or they were stolen. And if you're writing this off, you can see all your receipts here. You can also see upcoming charges as well. If you are moving to a new city, you can change your location here. You can change all the details. If you're changing your last name, you can change your location by selecting the drop down there and just hitting update profile. So really easy to do. Changing your passcode is here as well. So that's pretty much the back end. No one sees this but you. So you don't worry about the picture you have up here or anything else. This is really just kind of like your account settings. But make sure you're logged in order to access your memberships benefits. So we do have a community membership. It is free. And this is a great way to get to know Femcity. So we want to make sure that we are the community for you. We know that we are not for everyone, but we feel like when we are, we really are. So if you wanted to take Femcity for a spin, this is a great place to start. There are no gotcha questions or there's no small print. It's literally just a free membership. That will give you access to the local chapter events and also to our free masterclass that I host on the first Tuesday of every month. I will add that you do have access to the local chapter events. However, your tickets are going to be about $15 to $20 more because you are not a business member. So the business members get it at a discount. Community members kind of pay retail versus wholesale. But other than that, it's a great way to get started. Most of our members start as a community member, and then after 2 months, 3 months, they'll go ahead and join into the business membership. So again, we want to make sure that it's good for you. This is a great homepage because you can kind of see what's coming up in the next week. So if you have local events in your area, this is a great kind of synopsis. Also, if you wanted to see what we have virtually, like this is what we're on today. We have this tomorrow, and then next week, the art of connection selling is going to be hosted by one of our experts, and then that get to know that I was talking about. But you can kind of scan through to see what we have coming up. We are doing a lot of sales classes because that was requested by our members on how to close the deal. We had a couple members last year that said, okay, I've got the pipeline, I've got the funnel, but I don't know how to close the deal, So we are hosting a series of close the deal sessions. You also have access to me as a group coach every month as well. And this is a great time to just pick my brain, ask me questions, ask for advice, and you don't have to pay a dime. So that's super valuable as well. Below, it's really just kind of marketing materials, testimonials, online classes. So these are classes that we already taught that are in the library. So if you are a business member, you have access to all of these. If you're a business member, a Founders Circle member, and also a corporate member, you have access to these. So I taught this class last week. This was also a great class. Actually, these were all great classes. And then we also have a podcast where we're, sharing either inspiration, motivation, or tips. And then, of course, you have access to our worksheets as well. Femcity we also do retreats in case you want to go to Spain with us. We have that available. Femcity, as I said, we've been around for 15 years. We've done great partnerships in the past. We've been featured in a lot of magazines and newspapers, and we're also certified women-owned and also certified by WeBank, which is a really big deal for us. So that's pretty much it for the homepage. Let's go ahead and dive in a little bit into the business portal. So when we say it's in the business portal, it's in the business portal. This is what we're talking about. It's in the business portal. You have access to all of this if you are logged in. So if you're not logged in, it'll circulate and ask you to join Femcity. So sometimes we get people that are like, I am a member. It's just asking you to log in. So these I'm not going to go through because we're going to go through them here. Again, you have access to the local chapter events. As a business member, you have access to your local chapter. We do have 3 virtual chapters. We have one in Canada, we have one in the United States, and we also have one international, meaning for women outside of the US and Canada. And so those are available here as well. As you can see, all of them are here. You would just simply click on that button to go ahead and register. And you can also use the search bar here to go ahead and search for an event in your community. However, I will say, it is the easiest thing to do when you're registering for an event is to go directly to your local website. As an example, I'm in Miami. I would go to femcitymiami.com. That's the best, easiest way. If not, you have to go through all of these events or search here. It's just easier to go to Femcity Miami or Femcity Boca del Rey or Femcity Philadelphia. It's just easier, and I'll share you that right before we finish. So local chapter events, I would definitely go. Our format is all about positive, gratitude, inclusion. So you will feel loved. You will feel like you belong. We really do talk a lot about that with our leadership team to make sure that every woman feels welcomed at our local events. We also have the virtual events, classes, and workshops, like I mentioned before. These are all here in the calendar, so you can kind of take a look to see. We also email it out every week. So every week we send out one email and it has what's coming up this week so that you have, it's easy to remember because I know we have a lot of classes going on. So as an example, the live SEO class was great. That was fantastic. We have that in the library. Next week, it's the art of connection selling, and then also common sense to closing the sale. And then the virtual, if you wanted to join us for virtual, you would just click on that. And then just add your name here. It's super easy to do. And hit submit. And that's it. That way you've registered for your event. And you will also get an email with the Zoom link the day of that event. Okay, let's talk about the Monday classes. So we have every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we have a class for you. This is the Zoom link. In case you're like, where's the Zoom? Where's the Zoom? We have the Zoom link here. And we also have a recap of what's on the calendar. So it makes it easy for you to see what classes are coming up so you can plan. For the Tuesday sessions, oops, I'm in the wrong one. Oops, I went to the Founders Portal. Tuesday sessions, here we go. So the Tuesday sessions, so you have an idea of what is coming up. So the first Tuesday of the month is the monthly masterclass. The second Tuesday is this one, maximize your Femcity membership. The third is get to know. And then the fourth one is group coaching. Group coaching, it's a super small group. It's not, you're never going to be like called out. It's never embarrassing. It's a very safe space. And it's really just you asking questions. Sometimes it's also beneficial if you don't have a question to hop on to hear what others are asking. And then we can noodle on those things together. So I love our sessions together. Wednesday, we do a virtual networking. This you can do from the comfort of your home or from your workspace. These are the steps. They usually last about 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes a little bit shorter, depending on how many people we have. We generally have 10 to 15 women that show up. You're going to prepare to share 2 minutes about yourself. So the format is you're going to share a win, something amazing that's happened to you. You're going to share gratitude for another woman anywhere in the world. It can be a sister, your mother, your aunt, your third grade teacher. And then the third part is an ask how we can help you. Do you need us to buy your book? Do you want us to subscribe to your YouTube channel? Do you want us to, send you referrals? It's a really beautiful space. It's not about, what's in it for me. It's really collectively bringing that energy together so that we can all rise. So it's not recorded. It's very private. And we do, sometimes we'll do a picture at the end and we'll post it in the Facebook group. So that is there for you for the format. So the monthly masterclass, I teach that, or one of our experts teaches that class. The one coming up in April is how to build a community through a Facebook group. That was one that was recommended or suggested or requested. So that's easy to do. You just click here to register. Super easy. And if you have a topic you want me to cover, obviously let me know. For those that are interested in the online classes, they're all here. You can also listen to it whenever you'd like to listen to it. This was an excellent class also, how to use LinkedIn to grow your email list. That was fantastic. These were all, I taught this class. This one was also great. So they're always here for you whenever you want to go ahead and watch and listen to a class. And again, if there's a class that you want us to teach, let us know. Self-guided worksheets. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because it's, it's self-descriptive. It's worksheets that we do every single month. You could just click on that and you can download the worksheet. And we have this session, this series, how to launch and grow a business. I think it's about 12 modules. You have access to that, the group coaching, the membership directory. So you're in our membership directory. And this takes a couple of seconds, but you can search by name. Let's say you're like, oh, I met this woman and her name was Lynn and I just can't remember her last name. You can search here for Lynn. And then you can see all the Lynns that we have. You can also search by location. Let's say you're thinking like, oh, I'm in Philadelphia. I'd love to kind of see what Philadelphia women are here. You can search for Philadelphia, and you can also search by expertise. If you don't see your category here, just let us know. Just send us an email. We try to capture all of the categories, but sometimes we miss one. So it's not intentional, it's by accident. You can always send that over to us. And it's really easy for you to edit your post. This is also part of our free resources. So sometimes we have women that come to our website that are not members, but want to support other small business owners or women in business, and they'll search for our directory. So you can get leads that way too. This is how to edit, which I don't need to go through because it's like LinkedIn. You just kind of walk through. We also do these things called coffee chats, and you'll see us post about it often. And this is a way for us to get our members to get to know each other. There is a format to it. It is not a sales call. It's not a sales pitch. It's literally you reaching out and getting to know the woman. She's going to get to know you as well. And then thinking about ways you can work together. It's not a marriage proposal. You don't have to go in business together. It can literally be like, let's follow each other on Instagram. Or it can be something a little bit more expansive, like I would love to have you on my podcast and I can be on your podcast, or let's do a YouTube segment together. So it really depends on the feel of it, but they generally take about 15, 20 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer. We've had some that have lasted a couple hours, which I don't recommend, but this is a great way to, again, build your referral network and your relationships with women in Femcity. Femcity is definitely a little bit more groovy. It is more feminine energy. So we're really about developing those relationships with other women versus like more aggressive tactics. So this coffee chat is definitely just a really nice way to get to know other women. It could be someone in your city or someone beyond. So that's the business membership. For those that are in the founder circle, we have our own Facebook group that's just for the Founder Circle members. We do every Monday accountability program with me. We talk about our goals. We work on action steps. I guide them. That probably has about 10 women in it. Tuesdays, we have office hours with an expert. So as an example, today we have a holistic doctor who ran the office hour. So if you had questions about hormones or, nutrition, you could hop on and just ask her questions. Every Wednesday, we do some sort of networking format. Sometimes it is virtual networking, sometimes it's a support circle, sometimes it's a roundtable, sometimes it's coffee chats. So we always have some sort of format when we meet on Wednesdays. And if you are a new Founder Circle member, here's the link to sign up to do a one-on-one with me so I can onboard you and kind of share with you things that I would take advantage of. And also it's a way for me to get to know you as well for speaking opportunities or teaching opportunities or for our corporate program. It's a really great way for me to learn about you. A membership orientation, if you wanted to be a speaker in the program, the link is here. Our Zoom details, we always meet on the same Zoom. I do teach extra classes for those in the Founder Circle. These are based on their requests. So the replays are always here. They can also submit their blog to our blog and become a contributor. So the links are there. They also can feature their item in our newsletter. So the link is here to submit it. And of course, we feature our founders in Instagram. So if they wanted to go ahead and have that featured. And then of course, these are the same. Local events, virtual library directory, and edit are the same from this one as well. And then for those in our corporate program, we have the monthly program here. This is a completely different program that we just launched at the start of this year. And to give you an idea, we had our Lunch and Learn was hosted by Chris Holter, who's one of our experts from the Founder Circle. Dr. Serena is teaching tomorrow a wellness session. And then of course, next week we have a networking session. And then we've got a mastermind that we do every month with one of our experts as well. All of these are from our Femcity Founder Circle program. So there is that. The other thing is, if you want to learn about our mission and what we do, there's a link here. I'm not going to go through it because I want to have time for some Q&A, but if you wanted to learn more about who we are, also if you wanted to, affiliates are only available for our board members, and our Founder Circle members. So if you are in that program, definitely go ahead and click on that to learn more. And we do host retreats and we do host programs. Some of them are already sold out for the year, but we do have spots opened for Spain. We had sold out, and then we found another travel agency and they're able to accommodate more women. This is a great time. We travel for a week through southern part of Spain. We talk about business, we talk about launching careers, growing, and you make best friends. So that's really great. And you can write it off. If you have your own business, you can write it off because we do talk about business. Press is here if you're interested in seeing where Femcity's been featured, Fortune, Forbes, Entrepreneur, Success Magazine, all that stuff. There's the DIB commitment. So we do have a DIB committee. We meet often to make sure that Femcity is inclusive for all women. That's a really big piece of who we are. We've been like that for 15 years. So there's information about that. And I think I've gone through everything. The only thing I was going to add is 3 ways to get started. I would definitely attend either a local event or I would attend the virtual networking. That is the best ROI. That you're going to meet women that are in the same energy as you, that want the success for you and other women. So that would be the first place I would start. I would also get really, I would start doing those coffee chats once you get a little acclimated. Those are really great. I think that's a lot of really good ROI as well, where you're spending time getting to know other women and they're going to help, once they fall in love with you and they love the work that you're doing, they're going to recommend you to other people. And I think the third one I would take advantage of is the group coaching. You have access to my brain. I'm $375 an hour. You get me for free. So I would definitely hop on, even if you don't have any questions. The one thing I did want to share that I forgot to is going to your local site. So if you are a member of Philadelphia or Boca del Rey or Des Moines or Toronto, you can go directly to the website. And for whatever reason, it takes so long with my Wi-Fi when I go to the Femcity Miami one. Let's just do a shortcut too. So you can see it has upcoming events. That's the easiest way. The local Facebook group, all of our cities have their own Facebook group as well. And then you can also get a chance to get to know the board members and see the pictures from the past. And another great place is also to go into our locations to see if you are new or someone who has been a part of Femcity and now wants to be active. This is a great place to connect to your local president. So you can click on her name and you can email her. I would introduce yourself. Hey, I'm a Femcity member of Hartford and I just joined, or I've been a member for 2 years and I really want to get involved, definitely reach out to her. And then if you wanted to reach out to the website, it's here as well. So all the local websites are here. So this is another great place, another great resource. And as you can see, we have a lot of locations. So if you are moving, we probably have a chapter in where you're going to be moving to. So I wanted to share that. So now I'm done. And now we have 10 minutes of questions. Any questions you guys have? Okay. Well,
I'll go first. I wasn't sure if you wanted to ask a question. I'm going to meet
Go
by
ahead.
2 anyways. So I was just trying to be respectful and give you the floor. So if you want to go for it.
I'm trying to think of if I have any questions. I mean, the main reason that I'm interested in getting involved, besides that it's always nice to meet other female entrepreneurs, is that I am launching a new business. And so, I'm just looking for, thank you. I'm looking for, any referrals or contacts or connections, that people may have with podcasts, places I could speak, exchanges of lives, all of the marketing things.
yes.
So I pretty much have to be doing everything to get started. So in the networking, do people, is it that I hate to be so sort of obvious about it, but I mean, are people coming with those sort of requests?
Oh, that's what everyone wants that. So all of our members.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're not alone. So all of our members. So for the 2-minute pitch, as long as you do the win, the gratitude, and the ask, what most of our members will do is, hey everyone, I'm Violet Ayala. I am a business coach. I help women entrepreneurs launch businesses. And my win is da. And my gratitude is da. And my ask is, share me, whatever. So you can embed it into your pitch. We include the other 3 pieces because we feel like women don't share their wins enough and we want to celebrate you. So we kind of force it. And the second one is we feel like we need to do more gratitude shout outs to other women, whether they hear it or they don't hear it. We feel like energetically it gets it out there and we all collectively rise. And then the third one is we kind of force you to do an ask because we want to know like how we can help you. So in your example, it might be, I'm starting out and I need help today on sales funnels, or I need help today on, Google Analytics, like trying to figure that out. So your ask is going to be different. But what I have found, we've been doing this for 15 years. What I have found is women do business with women they know, my husband, know, love, and trust. And so the more relationships you can build, they're going to naturally lead into referrals because people are going to be like, wow, every time I talk with her, she's amazing. Or every time I post something on Facebook, she's adding like great, valuable insight. Someone's looking for her, I'm going to totally recommend her. So it's not going to come like, you're not going to show up and like automatically have 50 recommendations.
Right.
They want to kind of know you. That's what I'm saying. It's like more of a feminine energy. Like, let me get to know you. Let me feel that. Let me see how we work together. Let's chat. Once you hit that though, I mean, we have so many women who have made tremendous success developing relationships with other members. Also, not now, but in the next couple months, look to see if the founder circle might be a better fit for you. Because if you're looking for the speaking and the podcast, that might be a better fit. Start off slow, get familiar with the energy. And I think we have a special coming up. It might be next month, but you can ease into that one. And you can also always cancel. So we're not, if you join the year, that's a year, obviously. But if you're doing the month to month, you can cancel at any time. You can just go and you click on cancel. So don't ever feel stressed like, oh my gosh, now I'm going to spend thousands of dollars. Like, we're so like, if you don't want to be a part of it, we wish you the best. We hope you come back. Many do. But we also recognize that, each program is going to be different for different reasons.
Right. And I mean, I'm a health and wellness coach. So is this a good place for, I'm not uh, a purely a business person, although I've been a serial entrepreneur for 20 years. But this particular business is, I have had hair loss for 40 years. So I am coaching women who are struggling with hair loss to help them get through it, and then to uh, um, be able to thrive with hair loss. So are there other people in the health and wellness space? Or is this more business oriented?
So we do have, in our Founder Circle program, we have Dr. Serena Goldstein. She does more like hormone replacement alternatives, menopause. Then we have Ariel Goglin.
That's very related actually to my subject.
Yeah. So we have like maybe 4 in the founder. And the reason why I say Founder Circle are those are the ones I see all the time.
Right.
We have thousands of other members. I'm sure we have so many more, but in the Founder Circle, there are, and then Munida does nutrition. Ariel does more fitness. She's like a personal trainer also. And then Dr. Serena Goldstein. And I'm sure we have another one in there, but we have like parenting coaches. We have, I mean, Femcity is filled with thousands of women that have diverse backgrounds. We're not like, oh, you are a realtor, we can have another realtor. We believe in the wealth mindset. There's enough pie for everyone, and we can help each other out. And a lot of those women actually collaborate. So Munira and Ariel and Dr. Serena, they've done things together. We're on each other's podcasts. So there's a lot of collaborations that take place because you guys have the same demographic.
Right. And even if we don't have the same demographic, I mean, 50% of women experience hair loss during their lives. So I imagine 50% of your members may be experiencing hair loss, especially those around menopause. So there's a common interest there. It's kind of a common subject, even though it's not talked about.
Yeah.
So
in our demographic, I'm going to be 52. Our demographic is around, like, I would say 50 to 60% are in my age bracket, 10 years one way or 10 years the other way. And then we have the remainder of that percentage, up to 100%, obviously, is women over like 60, and then women that are in their early 30s or late 20s. So we do have a broad, but the bulk of it is always around as I get older. Like it just seems like that's like the bracket of who we serve, the women that we serve.
That makes sense. I mean, it's women who are sort of in the prime of their working life, or the prime of their lives in general. So, where they're still very active in their work. And so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And if you have any other questions, let's say later on today, you're like, oh my gosh, I should have asked, just join me next Tuesday if you want, or you can message us and we'll answer it.
Okay. And you said Wednesday is the networking.
So every Wednesday it's networking at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Next Tuesday, I'm doing Get to Know Femcity. And that would be a great place to ask more questions if you had any.
Okay.
For the Wednesday, that's for business members and Founder Circle members. And
okay.
You would just go into the portal and click on that. If you're interested in the business
program, except I'm not, I'm just a free member for the moment. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you don't want to commit to the 125, the promo that we have this month, what you can do is you can just do a 1 month for $15.99. And that way you can kind of feel it out and see if you like it. And
that's a good idea.
Yeah. And you can always cancel it. Let's say you go and you're like, I don't like the vibe here, because it's a very feminine energy. It's not aggressive at all, but it's not everyone's jam. You can always cancel by pressing that button. Just log into your account and just press that button. But we also run promos on that monthly a couple times a year. So we just ran it last month. So probably like 3 or 4 more months. So you can always add that coupon code at that time.
Okay.
If you like that monthly and you're like, I don't want to commit to the yearly, I'm good, do the monthly, you just do the promo code, or you can email Kyra and just say, can you add that coupon code to my account? And she'll do it for you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Lakshmi, you want to wait now? You want to chat later?
We could chat now. I mean, I'm free. So
Don't say if you had any questions.
I actually, I didn't actually have any questions from what you went through. I already pretty much did go through the site and I did read about, the stuff that I started with were the values and everything. And then like I started with a free membership and then I just sort of went from there and then I spoke to, I'm gonna say Lynn, but if I got that wrong,
You
then
got it right.
so thank you for the introduction to the website though.
Yeah, it makes,
Definitely didn't fully click around, to be very honest.
I mean, it's a lot of places to
I
click
did the
around.
same thing.
Yeah, it's a lot. And the way you guys entered Femcity, that's the normal track. So women usually come in at the free, unless they've been at an event or they heard about it or all their friends are like, you gotta join, like we do have those, but for the most part, everyone comes in at that level, feels the energy, does a couple of things, you know what I mean? And then they're like, oh, this feels good. I'm gonna bump up to the next commitment. It's either that $15 a month, or it could be like, I'm gonna bite the bullet and just do the 125 for the year. It's a tax write-off if you have your own business. And then eventually, then they're like, oh, the founder circle. You know what I mean? Like, I want more of this. Let me do the founder circle. So that's generally, or at that point, let me do the retreat. Let me do this. It's very rare, though it does happen for people to come in and like buy a retreat ticket. We had that last year for Portugal. It was a friend of mine on Facebook. She had never been to a Femcity event ever. And she saw me post it, and then she joined Femcity. Then she bought the ticket to go to Portugal, and she bought now to go to Spain also. So sometimes but that's very rare. Usually it's just kind of like just feeling out, and I want that because I want you guys to feel happy, with the community. I don't want you to ever feel like, oh, now I'm stuck. I bought $125.
I did sign up for the Boca del Rey social tomorrow night, so I am excited to head that way. And I think the International Fem City president is a member of that chapter. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have that community is so beautiful. That was our second or third. It was our third community, and Leslie Keenan, who launched it, um, she's still involved with Femcity. She goes to our retreats. She launched it like 12 years, I think like 10 years ago. Anyway, it's a beautiful community. You're gonna love it. It's gonna feel. And Stacey Lucis is love. Is love. Yeah, you're gonna love her too. She's gonna love on you too.
I appreciate that.
Hey, let me know how it goes, Lakshmi.
I will.